It seems there could be very, very good news for Custodes on the horizon. When Games Workshop releases this Combat Patrol set, it looks like it could be one of the single best value kits in all of 40k. Hello and welcome back to Auspex Tactics, where today we're just talking a little bit of news from the new Custodes Codex. I'm certainly going to be hard at work trying to get a Codex review out as soon as possible, but I thought it would be worth taking a little detour to take a look at the new Combat Patrol box set, which they usually reveal when the Codex comes out. Basically, in each 9th edition Codex, they have a picture of an army, and they literally say in the flavor text beside it, this army is made from the contents of the new Combat Patrol box. And as you can see here, this is really quite a generous force of golden boys and girls, just seeming like an amazing way to start a Custodes army. So at present, even though we know this box is being released, we unfortunately don't know when. It doesn't seem to have made an appearance on the first week that the Codex dropped. It might possibly be following a few weeks after, but there are a couple of armies that have had a similar preview in their codexes that are still waiting on theirs. Grey Knights and Thousand Sons still haven't got their boxes, even though we basically know what kits are likely to be included in them. Hopefully for Custodes players it'll be sooner rather than later, as this just seems like a really decent option to me. As with the other Combat Patrol sets, this one's very likely to be a big discount box, a whole bunch of kits bundled together. They usually cost £85, $140 or 110 euros, and they typically give a pretty decent discount on the kits included within. From the miniatures that you can see here, we've got 3 Virtus Praetor jet bikes, 5 Custodian Guard, and then 10 Sisters of Silence. The Custodian Guard kit can be assembled with one of them carrying a Vexilla, and both the Custodian Guard and the Virtus Praetors are both kits that you'd use to assemble shield captains of those types, so it does mean that you can get really quite a large amount of points out of this box if you do make a couple of characters alongside the squads. I would bear in mind though that if you make a shield captain from the jet bikes, you wouldn't be able to field a legal squad of other jet bikes. I would need to combine it with another squad. Overall though, the actual monetary savings do seem pretty decent as well. I was kind of surprised that they included 2 different boxes of the Sisters of Silence within the same kit. Overall, if you decided to buy these 4 kits separately, it would cost you £130, $218, or 166 euros. That seems fairly par for the course for their Combat Patrol discount savings, putting this one at around about 35% off buying them separately. For that price though, if you look at the points cost for all the miniatures included, it does seem like one of the better value kits for getting into 40k in general, and one of the best options for points for the money, even if you don't try and stretch and maximise every single character choice. Still though, if you did though, and you tried to field these in some of their more expensive configurations, say gave the Custodian Guard all shields, the Virtus Praetor salvo launchers, then built a Vexilla and a Captain out of the Guard kit, you could quite easily be looking at almost 800 points out of one Combat Patrol set, which is far better than many of the others can offer. I guess Custodes always are one of the armies that are cheaper with their hyper elite models and fairly good value plastic kits, and getting any sort of discount on top of that was always going to make them a very tempting choice. Even the unit mix in this box is pretty good, I think. The Custodes have 4 main plastic kits, all of these guys plus the Terminators, so you're getting most of the options for the faction within one box. I'd say perhaps my only main criticism is that it's a little bit heavy on those Sisters of Silence, though perhaps they could be an option to resell or swap out if you didn't want as many of them out of the box. So anyway, I think that's pretty good news for Custodes players on the whole. Seems like a very cheap and easy way to start the faction to me, and perhaps one of the easiest ways to get a 40k army up to speed in general. As always, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe to Auspex Tactics. I'll be hoping to get an Adeptus Custodes Codex review out in the near future, and probably have a quick look at the Genestealer Cult Combat Patrol box too. Finally, if you have been enjoying all the videos on the channel, I would just like to mention I've got a couple of ways to support down in the video description. There's the channel Patreon page, which allows me to make the videos quite so regularly, and if you're thinking about picking up any models in the UK, there's an Element Games affiliate link down there as well, for a small discount on Games Workshop's models. In any case, an enormous thank you for listening, and I'll hope to see you guys next time.